Hello, my name is Manuela Marchetti. I am head of product for invested people and also part of the executive team. I live in London. I'm married. I have two children, one boy who is 11 and one girl who is 6. I wanted to talk about my experience as a woman in tech, and probably also some mom in tech that is a slightly more difficult and added a bit more complexity to the whole mix. If I think about my career and the first time I encountered a difficulty or what we can call, a glass ceiling, was actually in the first interview I've ever had with a big American company, American bank, for their branch in Rome. I was out of university, top marks, passed all the previous interviews. So the managers put me up for the last rubber stamp with the boss, head of the department. And just to sum up the conversation, after 5 minutes, that means, he asked my name and where I was from and my background. He actually asked me, are you sure you don't want to apply for the PA position that we have opened as well? At that point, I just really was shocked, because obviously coming from a university background, you just don't have that kind of discrimination or like a really boxing of roles and type casting of people. And so obviously I didn't go for that position, but also I kind of really came out of the interview with the resolution of saying, I know what I want to be, I know what I want to be, or more or less. And so that's where I really will try and get to, and that's really what really undermined my choices and my resolution. In my career, I think the really big thing is the change. You have the courage to believe in yourself, have the courage to believe in where you want to get to, and really have the actual ability to make a choice and change and break the pattern when the fact that you're very able, you're very proficient in your job, and is limiting you, not just because you're a woman, but actually because you're doing your job, you're doing it properly, and people really kind of just don't want you to go anywhere else. That's the reality of it. Sometimes, careers are built on, replacing your boss. But for me, it's also having the ambition to replace your boss's boss, and your boss's boss's boss, and have that kind of drive. And to do that, sometimes you need to change and you need to move. A lot of my career has been about breaking and changing. For me, sometimes to evolve and to progress, and it's really important to change and to break with the comfortable and the mold. The second thing I wanted to talk about was the diversity aspect of working. I think if I look at myself and I look at every woman that really and person that's really successful, it doesn't really come with no compromise, and naturally I have a lot of friends and a lot of family friends who actually have very high positions, and the compromise is not there. Compromises in the family, so the family needs to change, yourself need to change, and obviously the environment, the company you work with needs to change. For me, if I look at my team, for example, diversity is not just having male and female in the team, but having different background, different countries, different studies, different opinions, different religions come into play, and that kind of pool of people, and they can pull together and really come with ideas that probably we would never have thought of. And that means that is when you have change and you have progress, and the best and most successful product came from that kind of pool of diversity. And you can easily see when companies actually are not that diverse, from the product they put in the market or the campaign sometimes they put in the market. And, it's never really simple. It's not something that, having it all is not really what happens. It's just basically you always have a compromise, or you always are on the run, or something always happens. And being a full-time head of product doesn't really reconcile very much with the PTA or football practice. And that's what the reality is, when you just have an idea, you have an aspiration, but then you have life that happens beside it. And probably very few people are actually not interested in life whatsoever and 100% dedicated to what they want to achieve. Everyone else, including very successful head of companies, have a full life, and that's where I think nowadays we also need to concentrate if we want as a management to attract and retain and benefit from the top talent that is in the market. In my opinion, from a woman perspective, it's important to look at your career, never let people put you in a box, and always have that kind of aim and final goal that you have. Always have the ability to analyze your situation and really understand what makes sense next from a career perspective. Never be comfortable in what you do. Never be kind of told what you can do. Sometimes, that is the PA kind of situation, and are you sure you don't want to do that? And no, I don't. And that is sometimes it happens when they just kind of think, oh, I think you should be doing this. You always need to be master of your future, for me. And the third thing is actually foster, and support flexibility. Wherever that happens, it's important to give everyone a chance. And if, it's a conference call, with kids running around, that is it. Or if we need to have a meeting in a restaurant or in a pub or somewhere else because, you cannot get to it in time, that needs to be it. And that for me is an extremely enabler for progress and, and help everyone, not just women, to progress.